Middle School. I'm AJ.
And I'm Jonathan. Welcome to the AMS TV News for the week of May 8th.
Let's start things off with Caitlin and this week's Words of Wisdom.
Good morning, New Thompson Middle School. This is Caitlin with a few words of wisdom. Here's something to think about. In the past, a student who was courteous and respectful was admired and well thought of by the other students. Today, the student who is disrespectful and rude is sometimes thought to be cool. Listen to the words of Eric Hoffer, a former longshoreman turned philosopher. Rudeness is the weak man's imitation of strength. In other words, being rude is a cover-up for weakness and insecurity. Today, ask yourself this question. When people feel good about themselves, how do they behave? Are they rude or strong and caring? Are they disrespectful or courteous and respectful? According to Mr. Hoffer, being rude is the weak thing to do. What do you think? With something to think about, this is Caitlin. Make it a great day or not, the choice is yours.
Thanks, Caitlin.
Just a reminder to save the date for 8th grade dance, which will be held on Friday, June 9th.
We would like to congratulate Coach Toth for winning this year's Sportsmanship Award with girls basketball.
Remember, Mike's Psych and Fitness Festival is on Sunday, May 21st at High School West, starting at 8:30 a.m. Hope to see you there.
And now let's check out with Jamie and Eliana with staff stories.
This week's question, what was the craziest thing you've ever done?
The craziest thing that I have ever done was responding to an emergency call as an EMT about 10 years ago for a child that was about 2 years old that had just been run over by his parents' vehicle. So as an EMT, as a volunteer, I was at home. I believe it was probably a Friday afternoon or evening, and we get the call on our pagers, and then from there the firefighters and the EMTs go to the firehouse. We get there, we crew up an ambulance, and then we go directly to the scene of the emergency. When we arrived at this person's home, the 2-year-old was on the ground, and we were able to stabilize the child, render first aid, and get the child into the ambulance along with the mom that came with us. And what was unique about this story, which is usually the most challenging, is when it deals with a baby or a child. Many times if people are sick, they might be older and things of that nature. So the anxiety and the energy level for everyone involved is usually very high. And as a result, the police also hear our calls. So when we have a fire or an EMS call, they will come and assist us. So in this situation, every single road from where the accident took place to the hospital was shut down by the Suffolk County Police. So we were able to get to the hospital that much quicker and help save this boy's life, along with the doctor who was the chief trauma surgeon at the time at Stony Brook University Medical Center, and he was also a member of our department. So he knew, even though he was home, that he was going to be going to work that night, because as a person that's in the fire department as well as a surgeon that's on call, he's going to get that notification. So he was able to leave his house from Stony Brook to the hospital very quickly, and then when he was there, they stabilized the child even more. They also did surgery partially, I think, on a damaged kidney, a femur that was broken, reinflating his lungs, and I guess over time his spleen also was going to need some time to heal. But since it was 10 years ago, this child would probably be around middle school age today and doing just fine. But it was certainly a crazy story. Part of the reason that he survived and did so well is in part because of his age. I think over time your bones do get harder, but also the driveway was gravel, so it had a little bit more give. And another reason the story was crazy, because as a parent now, at the time I had a very similar vehicle, and this vehicle was a large, blue truck, and it's something that I think when you're backing up, it's very hard to see people when they're very close. And I think on this occasion, the little boy Robbie was probably playing in the yard, saw his dad getting in the car, worried that he was going to be leaving without him, ran over, and that's how an accident happens. But fortunately, a happy ending, and somewhere in the area today, Robert is doing just fine and leading a normal life.
Hi, Comstat Middle School. This is Susan Ryan, Mrs. Ryan to many of you. Well, one of the most exciting things that I've ever done was actually bike ride down Mount Haleakala in Maui. A few years ago, my family and I took a vacation, and we went to the top of the mountain, and we rode down. And the scary part was there were no railings on the side of the road, and we heard stories about people falling over the volcano off the side of the road. So I was pretty nervous, but we had a lot of fun. And the most memorable part was when we went through the eucalyptus forest. And still to this day, I remember the smells of the eucalyptus, and I thought that was just like wonderful. So that was probably the most exciting thing that I've ever done.
Thanks, guys.
Coming up on May 17th is Staff Appreciation Day. We will keep you posted on any activities that will be taking place.
To see past newscasts and other projects, go to amstmc.com.
Also, remember to follow AMS on Twitter at SCSD_AMS and on Instagram at Comstat.
That's all for now. Thanks for watching the AMS TV News. Have a great week.